In the Sault, a freighter passing is always satisfying. Every spot along the river offers a different experience. Some put the ships right in front of you, others it's all about atmosphere. Along the way, there are even a few chances to hear a captain answer with a salute. Visiting the Sault locks, walking the park, and seeing the ships from the viewing platform is the moment everybody wants during their trip to the Sault. But I put together a list of 9 other freighter viewing options that are completely their own. The first spot, it's on the water at Rotary Park. A kayak or paddleboard turns the freighter pass into something completely different.
It's right here. Here's the kayak launch at Rotary Park.
After launching from the park, it's easy to paddle around the island. This is where the water swirls kind of coming around the corner and it creates an eddy. So I'm not going to drift down river and I'm not going to accidentally go upriver somehow. It's a spot where I can just sit. It's like nature's anchor. I feel like we have this down. Anybody that's doing this out there, about 100 yards, that's the channel. Right here where I'm sitting, the ships, they can't possibly be here. So there's no chance that I'm possibly in the way. And of course I've got Andy with me and I've got my life jacket and all the other parts, but there's no way that I can possibly be in the way of the ship because, well, I'm only about 10 feet off of shore right now. It's the perfect spot to see the ship coming around the corner. There it is right there. Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. So not only can you watch freighter passings, but look at this. We just saw this deer passing. I guess anybody can be moving through this area. After spending time on the water, the next stop is only a few steps from the launch. Clyde's Drive-In sits right next to Rotary Park.
By the time I got off the water and got over here to Clyde's, there's already another freighter coming. So I'm gonna get a bonus freighter while I'm getting to eat my Clyde's. I did go with the Big C.
Are you sure you can eat all that?
Big C.
The building sits directly across from the Sugar Island Ferry, so there's always something happening on the water between the ferries making crossings and ships making their way up or down the river in the channel. It's the kind of place where lunch, it kind of naturally just lasts a little bit longer. Freighters and Clydes really do pair perfectly together. But for those who prefer West Pier, don't worry, it's on this list that's coming up later. Right now, I want to talk about going out on the water in a boat, because watching the river from a boat puts everything into perspective. There's something special about pausing for just a few minutes as a 1,000-foot ship works its way down the channel. The same experience is easy to find on the tour boats. I guess what I'm saying is being out on the water gives a completely different appreciation for the river. Every freighter passing becomes a memory instead of just something that you simply stop and watch.
Oh, man, it's huge.
Are we?
We might have to go over top.
Hi, buddy.
Bye, buddy.
About 20 minutes from the Sault is the Cozy Corner in Barbeau. It's an easy ride by boat or by car. They have docks for boaters and parking for cars. It was built with the main focus being about the river. See, downbound freighters begin slowing down as they prepare to enter the rock cut, and it's one of the narrowest sections in the St. Mary's River. This slight reduction in speed makes it easy to appreciate these ships as we enjoy a dinner. The Cozy Corner has fully embraced the tradition, even offering drink specials when a freighter comes by. It's one of those places where a meal and a passing ship just go naturally together. As I'm making this list, I'm realizing that it's quite extensive because I've got so many recommendations in spots that I frequent. The West Pier is one of the most iconic spots. Sitting at the end of the upper river, it's the last stop before downbound freighters enter the Soo Locks and continue towards the lower Great Lakes. And for upbound ships, it's where the journey into Lake Superior begins.
So typically here, I go for burgers always, but I'm gonna try a sub and I'm going to get a cheeseburger. That's how close the freighters are to West Pier. I can stand right here, have my malt, watch the American Century right from here, from West Pier.
It's an easy place to spend some time watching traffic move through one of the busiest shipping corridors in North America. And from here, I'm going to pick up the pace because there are a few spots that I really want to get to, and I'm realizing there are so many spots that I personally view these ships from that I need to make sure that I talk about a few more of them. One of them being the rooftop at the Soo Brew. From up here, the view stretches down the streets of downtown. As the ships come into view at the end of the street, they almost look like they're part of the city itself. They move quietly between the buildings. Have this and watch the freighters and boats go by. Just a little bit further downriver is Brady Park. It's a riverside park just outside of the Soo Locks. One of my favorite things about it is seeing the freighters line up as they wait for their turn to enter. Instead of catching them in motion, there's a chance to see one of these enormous vessels sitting completely still, waiting for their turn, before making their way into the locks. At the end of this same street sits the Valley Camp. It's a piece of Michigan's maritime history that's found a second life as a museum. With just a little bit of timing, it's possible to stand on a freighter while watching another freighter pass by. And that's a unique connection between the history of the Great Lakes shipping and everything that is still happening on the river today. Wrapping up this list, this is a mouthful, is the Lake Superior State University Center for Research and Education, or the easier way to say it, the CFRE building. It's one of the newest buildings in the Soo, and it's open to the public. Inside are exhibits about the river itself and these really cool live lake sturgeon. These floor-to-ceiling windows right here overlook the shipping channel, so it's a comfortable place to enjoy the river while learning a little bit more about the waterway. The suggestions that I've made here, I hope these stops spark a little bit of curiosity to explore more of the river, because each one offers its own way to appreciate the people, the places, and the ships that make this waterway so special. And of course, I'll leave everybody with this.
So we just were able to time this out perfectly, that right there, that's the James R. Barker, and we're gonna get a Barker bark here in just a minute, I assume. Thank you.